Hi, this is Noah. This is a teardown of a Milwaukee screwdriver, and scrapping. So I already started taking it apart to take a look at what it is. It's an old Milwaukee plug-in 110 volt driver. So what's nice about these are the triggers are well made, and but the problem with this one is that it has no reverse. I bought this in a large tool lot, and so without reverse it's basically unsellable, and most tools now nobody wants the corded ones, and this one had the cord replaced, and the guy taped it with a with the horrible electrical tape that gets all slimy later on. So I'm going to say I lost on this one and just scrap it because there's no resale. But I bought like 10 tools, and we'll see what it is. Maybe I'll make a couple bucks off of this, for scrapping. So yeah, so we're going to start taking it apart. Look at this. What is this? It's a Lucerne switch. It's not bad. And the ground. Milwaukee made nice tools when they were made here. They recently got bought by a foreign country, so I'm not too big on them anymore. So here's some copper. There is some brass in here that I'll just end up breaking the frame to get at it for scrap metal. I'll be really quick, just use a hammer, but I'm not going to do that on this video because anyhow. So if you guys need any of these parts, let me know. It's kind of a fossil. Here is your what are these called? Anyhow, here are your, here's your commutator, here's your brushes. That's the word. So, and I believe this will be copper because it's super old. I'm just going to take all these apart. Some people say there's silver in these brushes, and I end up just throwing them in a collection, so we'll see what goes on with that. Who knows? Some people put them on eBay, I guess. That's pretty worn, huh? I got a lot of usage out of these. There's still life left, but maybe another 1/4 inch and it's done. So take off these the end. I'm not gonna be able to take off this chuck in this video. I might keep that. Of course, it's a slotted, not a Phillips. Yeah, I have a bunch of these. I'll probably do other videos on different brands, but you don't see this heavy metal anymore. Let's see if it's, well, there's probably a magnet in there, so that wouldn't make much sense to test it right now. But I believe it's aluminum cast. And these things are heavy. The only thing I could consider using this for is to make like a lathe or something, but that's silly. Okay, it's the never-ending thread. Oh, come on, Milwaukee. This guy doesn't want to go to be recycled. And I like recycling. Keeps everything out of the dump. Yeah, there's 2 more. And I even unscrewed a lot of these. So, in case the video got, I couldn't get one of these out, I had to make sure that it would unscrew. But I only started it, so it's a never-ending screw. So this commutator, that's copper. You can chisel that off and then get rid of all the, I think it's either ceramic or something. You just pound it with a hammer. But that's not much copper, but it's something. That one's a shorter guy. I like that one better. This one is super long. Some people have problems seeing it this is copper or aluminum, because when you use a rasp or a file, there's still like, because it's coated and it's like golden color, you can still see like dust from it. It's a little bit difficult to tell if it's aluminum or what. So what I've been doing sometimes is I'll burn a couple of the wires and then I'll scratch it with a file. So here is this gearbox. So you got a pinion gear and nothing. Here's your field. So I'll probably end up, well, this one's pretty easy. Just probably, I'll file this, cut it, and then be able to pull it out, or I'll slit it here. So, yeah, that's pretty simple. Here's your fan motor. This I'll have to hammer out, probably cast. Let's see, magnet wire. Yeah, it's not sticking. Well, that's gonna, yeah, I think this is all aluminum. Some brass in there, copper wires. Let's see if we got copper here. It better be copper because it's probably from the 80s. The older the ones, the older the tools, the better. Yeah, we got copper. It's not much, maybe $1 worth. I don't know if I'm going to do this whole rotor, but I don't know. I wonder if you put in like a bin of like lacquer thinner and get rid of all the, you know, all the whatever they encode it, and not encode it, whatever they spray on it or dip it into, so the wires don't move. So I wonder if you just put it in lacquer will get rid of all of it and make it easier to remove. But there's not much copper in there. It's probably not worth anyone's time. If you want, you can you can take the commutator and chisel it off, and then you can cut all the way around. At least you get the end cap here and the end cap there, and then call it a day. So, yeah. So that's what we're looking at. Let me find, there you go. Let's see if this will come loose a little bit. No, it's pretty tight. So sometimes they don't put that lacquer on there. So brush holders maybe will come out. Nope. Anyways, I'll have to punch these things out. That's what I do now. That's the video of the Milwaukee driver. I can't read the plate because it is stamped, but usually you can read these. But it's been hit so many times, and it's a very well used drill. So here's the gear end. Let's see, is there any brass? There's no brass gear on this. Let's check this guy. Well, that one's connected to the chuck. Look at all the goo. Here's your bearing. So if I want this casting, I have to take this guy off, and it's not worth it. So it's just going to go to irony, aluminum, or my yard really doesn't do that. So it's just going to go to shred. So thank you for watching this video. I'll do others because I have a lot of bad ones from this purchase. So like the video and follow. Thank you. Bye.